welcome back. This is Jira from Plant Corner, and today I want to talk to you about Aglaonemas, which I think is one of the most underrated type of plant. They are so easy, they are beautiful. In my opinion, it's more forgiving than snake plants. So let's get into it. In front of me, I have many variety of Aglaonemas, and they can come in green and red, pink, and some of them comes in a camouflage. They're really cool plants. Plenty of indirect light is probably best for Aglaonema. Definitely no direct sun for these guys. They can tolerate low light, especially the one with the dark green leaves. They can survive in a spot with little to no light for a really long period of time. So if you're looking for low light tolerant plants that are leafy and bushy, I recommend Aglaonemas. I generally let them tell me when to water. So if they're still perking up like this, I would just leave them by themselves. But when it starts to droop a little bit like this guy, I would give them a thorough watering and just make sure that your container has a drainage hole because they do not like to sit in water. I fertilize all my Aglaonemas every time I water, as all my plants. For Aglaonemas, I think you could use organic fertilizer if your plant is in soil, or you could use the Foliage Pro fertilizer if your plants are in water or even in aeroid mix. For me, I like to use Foliage Pro because I can control the nutrients and they tend to grow a lot faster with new leaves. For potting medium, I make sure that all my Aglaonemas are in very chunky soil mix or very well draining mix. Like this one, I just use aeroid mix, and you can see that the roots really like it, and they tend to push out new growth a lot faster in aeroid mix as well. But if you do not have aeroid mix, you can just mix perlite and soil in a ratio 50-50, and that would make your Aglaonemas happy. For Aglaonemas, the pest that I see most often is mealybugs. So mealybugs like to live inside the crevices of the plant. So when you're checking the plant, make sure that not only just the top of the leaves and the bottom of the leaves, you also want to look into the crevices and make sure that there is no pest in those areas. To propagate Aglaonemas, actually, if it has a baby on the side, then you could just remove it and then pull out this baby with its roots. But I'm gonna keep this one on because I would like to see this one become really bushy. So you could propagate them that way, or you could take a cutting. Sometimes if I snap off the stem, I actually just remove a couple of bottom leaves, let the cut dry out, and then stick it in water. Another thing to be mindful about as well is that they do bloom and their flowers are not very pretty. When they're blooming, they usually take a lot of energy from the plant, so I usually just cut them off. That way the plant can focus more energy on putting out new leaves. If you do travel a lot, or if you're looking for a plant that can survive your office with low light, I highly recommend Aglaonemas. They're quite forgiving. Whether you overwater them or underwater them, I noticed that they can bounce back. If they get little to no light or plenty of indirect light, they will also be happy with whatever they're getting. So I think it's a super easy, super underrated plant. Once you start collecting Aglaonemas, you cannot stop. So if you have any more questions about Aglaonemas, you can leave them in the comment down below. But overall, super easy plants to care for, super forgiving, and they communicate when they need water. So they're such good plants for beginners. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!